I'm not sure. Okay, results oriented. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Flesh and Bad, and today I'm going to be playing a little bit more Oscilio. I've been trying them out a lot. I wanted to kind of take the time here to try to experiment with some new cards, one of which is Call of the Grave. So one of the frustrations I've been having with playing Oscilio is that I feel like my etchings sometimes just never turn on. Whether that's just drawing conductivities at the wrong time, not drawing Sigils of Lightning, not drawing Sigils of Brilliance. It feels like it's sometimes hard to get value out of this card, um, which is like weird because this card's like insane most of the other time. So this is kind of my attempt to see if I can. I've understood that Call of the Grave is kind of a bad card, and I think that a lot of people have not really been running it, and I think that people have considered it and also not run it. So I kind of want to just see for myself how the card plays and try to understand why that is. And it's a little bit fun, so we'll give it a shot. We're also running one Back Alley Break Line as just a card that we can search for off Call of the Grave. So priority number one is getting like a Sigil Brilliance in the yard because we're running 6 etchings. Priority number 2 is obviously getting the Back Alley Break Line, so we have like a fourth blink effectively because we're only running one, so we don't have 5 blinks technically. Yeah, but that's kind of the idea for the deck, and then pretty much it's just all Cheerios from there. No big spells, no fancy stuff. We do have Comet Storm Shock in the sideboard, but I'm not fully sure who that's for. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and give this Decklist a shot, and I'll see you all in the games. Okay, here we have a Vynnset. I probably want to go first against Vynnset. And we may want Scours. I've been hearing people talk about Pop the Bubble as well, as kind of like a Aura Hate card. Might honestly be better. I don't know what exactly would we want over it. E-Strikes might be okay to get rid of. And then Crown's pretty good into Vynnset. Do we have anything else? Blossom might be alright too, just because it's pretty much an aggro-based matchup. What do we have here? Well, we have Flittering, Sigil, Etchings. So the problem is that we're not putting a Sigil in yard. What if we filtered the Sigil? But then we're not drawing into a Lightning card. Are we okay with that? Probably not. So I think the answer here is probably Flittering into give it go again with the Sigil of Lightning, Arsenal Surge, and then save the Etchings. I was messing around with the hypergeometric calculator as well, trying to figure out what the percent chance of like drawing a non-attack is. I think it's roughly 50-50 whether or not you see a non-attack, and then it's like 40 something that you see at least one. So trying to keep these percentages in mind as I'm playing, but again, it's a little bit difficult. This is definitely, I think people have been talking about this being one of the harder decks to play in Fab right now, which I couldn't agree with more. There's a lot of complexity here. But I think we'll go ahead and play out the Surge. Just see if we can take them off any filtering that they would otherwise want. Okay, I'm happy with this. And then we get to keep an arsenal. They don't get any filtering. It's pretty good for us. And we get to develop out the Sigil too, which is pretty important. This is the perfect hand. Or is it the perfect hand? It's a good hand. No, it's perfect because we can give the Lightning Surge go again. So as long as they don't interact with us, we're pretty much fine here. I also didn't really pay attention to this equipment suite. Interesting. Vexing's fine. Dyadic is interesting. Oh, I guess because we are yeah, baby stuff. Yeah, sure, I can see it. So this is coming in for 4. So we'll definitely take the Arcane. I don't see any reason to do anything about that. We get Somersault this. It denies base. It basically is a block 7. And it denies in the Rune Chant setup. Because we can block with Lightning Surge and Entwine Lightning. I think that might be worth, honestly. We lose out on a little bit of like Somersault value, but I think that's okay. Blocking 7 here is probably pretty good. So I'll bring both these back. Pretty solid. Our next turn will be Lightning Surge, Entwine Lightning, Fry, Etchings. Get another sigil. And then flail. Sure. Do we want to block the flail? It's probably worth it, honestly. There aren't a ton of other like on hits in Vynnset. Like there's obviously they're running Mauve, but like a lot of their stuff is just if you take in rune chant damage, so I think we're fine blocking here. Sure. So this is kind of the dream with this deck. What do we even want to play out the Entwined Lightning? Because we can just save this in Arsenal. They are on effectively AB3, Spell Void 2. Maybe we hold off on the Entwine just as like a go get next turn because it doesn't really pump our spell count very much. So maybe just start with it. We'll start with Surge and see what they do, I guess. Oh, one important note, we also don't have a Volzar, so it's a little bit problematic. So we need a pitch to Volzar. Hmm. I guess we can still fry though. I may set up the pump Volzar, set up the Sigil Lightning in Arsenal. Seems okay against Vynnset. Yeah, so let's pump here. Send 4. Seems pretty good. Takes him off a card at least. Okay, looks like they will pull the AB. I take 1, that's fine. All right, banishing or reduce. I think we're happy with that. Cycling here. Yes, we absolutely want to cycle some of this. It's probably Somersault first. Does that make sense? Probably. We don't really have anything to bounce currently. Twine is decent. A little bit awkward, but potentially okay. Notably, we still don't have our sigils out. Maybe going up on a conductivity in this list also maybe makes sense just to permanently discount the Volzar. I cut down to 2 just because I think, like, I don't know, maybe he used etchings to get online, but maybe it's wrong. Again, I'm trying to learn this deck. I'm not trying to necessarily say that this is the best build or anything like that, but definitely it's a little bit fun though. So let's go ahead and play the electrostatic here. And I think we will just entwine the CLV. This might force some blocks out of them. And I think if they block, I think we might just send the etchings for 3 and then Arsenal CLV. Although they did just pitch 2 widespreads. Are we putting them on a reduced to rune chant? Because why block like this? I feel like this is a reduced to rune chant. I don't know why, it feels like it. That block is very strange. Yeah, I think I'm just going to send this for 3. So we can't get our Volzar pump, but I think that's okay. Sure. Okay, this is a pretty alright hand. Coming at us with a widespread, though. A little scary. Then we got the envelop. Could set up for a pretty big bindings turn, or like a decent bindings turn next turn. Let's see what they do, though. Okay, looks like widespread, no on hit other than just the regular widespread effect, so I think that's fine. So we'll go ahead and just take some damage. I think we are A-okay with this. We'll come in for 9 though, so it's pretty big chunk. What are we discarding on our turn? Or what are we discarding this turn? It's probably Lightning Press just because we don't have an attack. And then we can figure out if we need to play out Sigil Brilliance here. All right, we'll discard our press. Electrostatic is not great. So I think we do probably want to cycle this. Try to find a non-attack spell. Seems okay, and then we could filter this on our turn. A seems right. Okay, that's, I think, good. So start by pitching the discharge. Okay, another sigil conductivity. I don't know if that's exactly what I would have wanted. But I guess we can just slam this, draw a card, set up another conductivity. But the conductivity is like, don't really do all that much. Let's see. Maybe we just jam though. Spam a couple spells, see what they do. Send Mind Warp. We could have played out this, but I think that maybe saving it for another turn might be okay. Because we're not guaranteed to draw the card here. Oh yeah, I did technically draw 2 cards. Okay, so we do draw a card here. Good to know. Does that mean we play out another sigil? It's not great. I guess it's better than nothing. Well, we're making 3 embodiments next turn, I guess. It's the thing that's happening. Okay, Call to the Grave is our blink here. We still need to find our Garden of Flashes. Maybe even cycle this if we don't want to blink. I don't think we really need one. Well, it's not bad with the... No, it's pretty bad. Well, they're only sending 1 rune chant here. And this does not go again, to my knowledge. So yeah, I think we will... Do we want to AB this? Probably not. So I think we'll take 1 here, let the sigil conductivity... Or, sorry. Yeah, well, I'll pay 0, take 1. I think I accidentally clicked take 1. Alright. Coming for 1. Pay 0. Let the conductivity die. This comes in for 5, which is fine. Again, I don't think we're in a rush because we are at 23, which is pretty safe, I think. I like keeping the press around, especially since we do get to keep one of our sigil conductivities. I think it's fine. Okay. Let's see. I don't think we need to pop bindings here. We don't have a spell that we can use yet. So we'll let the sigil pop, which is fine. Then we can blast, or like we can weave lightning blast, lightning press, or alternatively play the flittering, because our eyes go again. Play the blast. What is Call to the Grave doing? I guess saving it for next turn. That seems alright. Alright, so we'll start with the flittering, I guess. And then we'll weave lightning, put it on the blast to oblivion. And then we'll lightning press the sigil back to our hand. We don't have a spell, obviously, but I think that's okay. Yeah, so we'll do weave and blast. One thing I need to get better at is tracking how many spells I've seen. I think I can't remember how many we pitched. I don't think we've really pitched anything, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we'll just press this. We'll return the sigil back to hand. And we'll have 2 Embodiment of Lightning set up for next turn if we want. Or we could discard this. No, I think it's better to just play it out. Yeah, it's probably just better to play it out. Alright, we need to not take 21 damage next turn, and I think we're alright. We also need to find Gone in a Flash. A little bit late on that in terms of this game. Okay. Still no Gone in a Flash, which is a little unfortunate, but this hand can maybe do some stuff. I might honestly cycle with Crown, depending on what they do. Because, like, Call of the Grave's not incredible. Like, just getting rid of it's probably fine. Whenever you deal or are dealt damage. Okay. We are not going to be able to block this, so I think that's probably fine. I don't think this is also a necessarily the most optimal Vynnset deck list in the world, but not terrible, I don't think. Okay, cut in for 3 rune chance, and then this is coming for 12. It's pretty spooky. Pay 0. Yeah, I think we're just taking it here. Let's Crown and then see what we get first. We might as well pop Greaves, although this isn't a go again, so we don't have to worry about Flail. Yeah, so we might as well just block like this, and then I think we're sinking the call. Because I really don't think we need it at this point in the game. I think this is like kind of like an early setup thing, and that's perfect. Okay, so I think we're in business. Yep, that's fine. Take 9, go to 7. There's somersault from the top, which is okay. So I think we will pop Blossom Strings. We have to do this as an action, which I have learned recently. And what do we start with? All right, so let's think this through a little bit. So CLV, problem with Gone Flash and CLV is that the Gone in the Flash, we have to do this before damage to get the trigger of it, right? So I guess we play it out first. Or we can play it out in... No, I think we have to play it out first, right? So we'll pop Greaves. I guess we'll play Gone in a Flash just to hide the most amount of information. Or no, we can't play that out, actually. Because as soon as we attack with it, we can no longer play Gone in a Flash and deal the damage. Yeah, so we have to play it out first, I think, right? Yeah. Then we Gone in a Flash. Oh, I also didn't pop my stupid... Oh my god, hold on. Blossom, then Lightning Greaves. Then we play the CLV. Then we play this. Okay, figured it out. Because we want the extra action point off the CLV. Also, I'm playing this like super late at night, so apologies, my brain is not all there. All right, we can do this in reactions just fine. So because they're already blocking, so we can return it here. We don't need to wait for the hit, and then get up to 3 action points. Replay the Gone in the Flash. And then what do we do from here? I guess we're gonna Volzar. Well, we can't Volzar. We have to pitch a second strike to do that. Assuming that they're not letting this hit, which is probably wise. So we should let this hit. Oh, they're popping. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sure. So now we have to Bulzar pitching the second strike. Then we etchings for 6, which they should not be able to cover. We'll get back our Sigil Brilliance. We'll let the CLV resolve. Okay. Are we in business? Probably. Well, we don't have AB, so you'd be a little bit concerned about the rune chance. I guess we can just block, though, next turn. We could have also filtered there. I don't know if that's right. By pitching, we do get to keep the CLV around for a turn, which has value. All right, Eloquent Eulogy. So we do need to block this, at least a little bit. Probably with the Scour, if I had to imagine, because I don't think this... I don't know if this card is actually that good in Cheerios. Like, feels like you're often, like, not having a blue. I think maybe Pop the Bubble might be more reasonable. Oh, they do get to pop the gloves as well, so we actually need to block 6 of this. Or we need to fully block the Eloquent here. It's a little bit unfortunate, but we're drawing 2 extra cards, so it kind of doesn't matter, right? So we can just pretty much take this. Oh, this is a close game. Or I'm assuming it's going to be a close game. So we block here with... They have Carapace left on 1. I assume blocking with the Charge and the Scour is probably right. What do we have left in deck? We have 2 Gauntlet Flashes left. We've got Blasts, 2 Blasts left. I think we're out of Flittering, so that's the last Flittering. I'm trying to figure out like what our percent chance to draw into a non-attack. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So we got 9 total in the deck. So actually, hold on. Maybe it's better to block with Etchings because we're pretty likely to block there, and then maybe block with Scour. That seems more correct. Although we would give them the Carapace value, and we're not guaranteed to draw into something here. I'm going to block with Scour. Etchings is so strong that I think we block with Scour and Flittering. Like, even if we do draw into another non-attack, we can just pitch it to Volzar because we're not going to have Sigil around. Oh no, we would have Sigil around. So maybe it's still fine, though. I'm not sure. Okay, results oriented. We didn't draw a non-attack, so that's good for us. His hand doesn't do a whole lot, though. Oh, also I should... Oh my god, I should have popped Bindings. Oh, it's too late now. Unfortunate. Yeah. Again, I'm playing... This is not a deck you can play late at night. I apologize. So, what's the play here? Oh, that's super bad. I guess we play out CLV. We can play out Sigil Lightning, pitch the Surge to Etchings. I guess. Oh, they do have Blood Debt. Does that matter? I don't think it really does. Do they have Blinks left? Have we not seen a Blink? Or am I blind? Oh, we have 1 Blink. Could draw a Blink. There's hope. There's definitely some hope here. Okay, so we activate Volzar, play Etchings for... Okay, so the Etchings could have been for 7. Yeah, that actually would have made a huge difference. Because we would have guaranteed got a spell back. Yeah. Oh, we drew the Blink, though. Okay. We're good at the game. Sweet. He sent 3 and 4. They banished a Blood Debt. Zero's too hard to play at night, I swear to God. Alright, send 4. I don't know what they could have as 0 cost. That would let them send Rune Chant. Because they're Flail is now turned off. But yeah, popping the Aether Bindings was definitely the correct play. I just didn't want to like I didn't want to like undo because it's technically like you get information. Okay, Funeral Moon, yeah. So I don't think they actually had a way to like if they had like a rune chain out, I think they can banish like a 2 cost. Oh, they could have banished like an Eloquent, actually. Yeah, that would have killed us. Yeah, I think I punted that game. We should have probably popped bindings, but we got there in the end. Probably gonna do one more game and we'll see how it goes. Okay, looks like we got a Verdance. I think we want to generally go first into Verdance, and I think Shock Charmers is probably reasonable. I don't think we really want AB2. I don't think it's super necessary. Do we want Comet Storm Shock? Potentially. Potentially. Maybe just run it like this to see how it goes. I think it's maybe okay to fat deck Verdance a little bit. And fuck it. We'll just run the 16 and see how it goes. Okay, so they are Insurgent, Storm Striders, and the chest. Good information. So I think, what is our best starting play here? We could play CLV, pitch to activate Volzar, play Etchings, Arsenal Lightning Surge, and then we get to keep CLV for next turn. It's probably better than playing out, and then we can Arsenal the Surge. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. I don't know if that's right, but it seems like a pretty good setup turn for turn 1. Again, we're not getting our Etchings value, but it's okay, I think. They are notably on AB3, so they can block most of this, but we will get our CLV proc, which is good. Okay, I think we're just happy to put Lightning Surge in Arsenal. I've been liking Lightning Surge a lot. It's sometimes a little bit clunky, but it's pretty good if you can just set it up in Arsenal. Okay, Epot is good to know about. Harvest Season is also good to know about. Weakest Link is notably bad to know about, but I think we're okay. Well, we're not okay necessarily, but I think we will go ahead and discard Oscilio and see if we can either draw a non-instant card, just so we can like E-Strike or like pry E-Strike, do something, and then play out the Sigil Conductivity in response. So we do get 2 Sigils to play out here, which I think we are going to just play in response to the Weakest Link. So it's a little bit unfortunate because it makes us pop it on our turn, basically, but I think it's okay for us still. We do get our Sigil Conductivity set up early, although notably they can always just pop it with a Surgeon or whatever, but let's see, what do we want to do here? So I think we're starting with E-Strike and just drawing a card because we already have the Embodiment of Lightning out. Seems pretty strong, and then depending on what we draw, we can play the Lightning Surge out from Arsenal, or we can do something else. We're also threatening CLV, so we can potentially see, basically get 2 draws here. At minimum 1, right? Entwine's decent. We'll pass here. Okay, and we'll get our CLV draw. Fry is also not bad. Do we want to just send 4 and 4 and Arsenal to Fry? I don't think that's terrible. Versus, is that better though than sending 3 and 4? Maybe keeping Lightning Surge in our... We don't have a spell yet, so maybe keeping Lightning Surge in Arsenal is better because it's a Lightning card that has Go Again that we know about, basically. It's my logic, at least. I will say, when I've been playing this deck in paper, it seemed a lot easier than on Talishar. I don't know if that's just my one game sample size though. Okay, it looks like they're popping rampant growth. Okay, gaining 1 and doing Surgent. Wait, did they oh, they popped the harvest season, right? So question is, do we want to AB any of this? We already have sigils in graveyards, so maybe keeping Call of the Grave is not incredibly necessary. We could block the Surgent, but my concern here is that they're not necessarily committing to doing anything. So I think we do want to pay into it. I guess the question is how. This is not amazing for us. This is also not a great hand. I think I'll pay 1 into it, and then we have the choice of paying 2, so take 2. So what's the worst case scenario that happens here? Mind Warp's pretty bad. Yeah. I'm not sure if Shock Charmers is right here. Because we're already covering it with the Sigil Conductivity, so maybe it's not actually that bad. Okay, and they didn't even have a follow-up, so I think we're justified there in not playing the Shock Charmers. Like, I think we want to save it for the turn that we know that they're, like, blooming and stuff. Alright, this hand's not incredible, but I don't... I think we're just blocking 2 here. We can send 4... Oh, actually, we can send the whole hand here, right? Because we can do 4, 4, 4, Arsenal Gone with Flash. It's probably better than blocking. Yeah, I don't think Call of the Grave was doing very much there either, so I'm not, like... I probably would have blocked with it if I had known exactly what they had, but I think hedging is maybe okay there. Alright, we'll start with our blast. Notably not amazing here, especially with this hand. They'll do go again. And then we do have the Gone and the Flash lined up, and it looks like they're eating a ton of damage here. Okay, this could be a really good hand next turn. Okay, count your blessings. Sure. We did see that they were on count your blessings. I just didn't really comment on it. So they're getting 2, which is fine. So this is more like a life gain Verdance list. Okay. Good to know. I wonder if I should be cashing my Greaves in early in this matchup too, just for the 1 life. Maybe I should cash in on like the weakest link or something. You can see that. So what's your play here? We can... So should we have developed out the Sigil of Lightning last turn? Alright, so what is our play here like in the ideal world? We do CLV, Tunic, on a Flash, Lightning Surge at some point. Like, is this the hand that actually does it? Or is this like a setup hand? Part of me almost feels like this is a setup hand. I feel like you can go for Gone with Flash, and maybe that's right. I guess we'll do, I don't know. Actually, sorry. I guess we'll do Tunic. I guess we'll just go for it here again. I don't feel incredibly strongly about this. This seems kind of mid, if anything. Let me know in the comments if this is a setup hand or if this is like a go for it hand. This doesn't feel very much like a go for it hand, but maybe I'm supposed to do it anyways. Alright, now we go on the Flash. We will force them to commit blocks and they don't have Decompose up yet, so we will get our bounce here. So we'll go ahead and do it now, because they're already blocking. We could have also considered like pitching Lightning Surge, but we're already generating action points, so I guess we're playing it out. We'll play on a flash again. Maybe it's still okay here because we're just threatening a ton. So we get the CLV trigger. Let's see what it is first. Another Sigil Lightning. I think that's okay. So maybe this is the Gone on the Flash turn. We played it 3 times already. I guess the problem here is that we don't have like a payoff necessarily in the form of spell. It's still a decent amount of damage, but just not having like a spell or anything to really do is not like thrilling to me. I think we maybe could have treated that as like a setup turn. Not sure. All right, another Count Your Blessings. Sure. We just went to an armory where that was the seemed to be the main focus of the armory is Count Your Blessings. Okay, so Aether Flare coming in. They don't have an action point notably, and they don't have like a way to Storm Starters in, so I don't think we really care about this, right? Yeah, not at all. They can't zap us even if they wanted to. Let's think if we want to filter here. I think the answer here is probably no. I think this hand's really good actually. So we can do flitter, or we can do gone, bounce, flittering at some point if we draw into something off the sigils. Okay, we do draw into something. So we'll start with gone. Then we'll pass reactions. We will then, is it better to bounce with the sigil conductivity or the electromagnetic? I guess it's the sigil because this is already bouncing anyways. So return to hand. I don't think cutting on this card is correct. I feel like this card is just so strong. I don't know if cutting down on copies of it is correct. If they want to do something in response here, I think that's fine. We still have the Spell Void 2 up. So they have to have a pretty good hand, I think, to want to try to pop off. So then we got on a flash again. No. We flittering. No. We second strike? Yeah, I guess we second strike since we already dealt damage. Do we want to somersault the second strike? Is that the play? Hmm. No, I don't know if that's right. I feel like somersaulting the fluttering is maybe it's the same. I have no idea. This is reaction. I'm just gonna pump full SR a million times. I also could have chosen not to actually activate. I think it's better. But fluttering is like a pretty good card in general. And we'll Mind Warp for 7. So we'll have to AB some of this here. Okay. AB3. This card sounds good. Arsenal flittering is probably better. And we'll hold on to that instant, I think. So let's start with flittering and see what happens. We are presenting lethal. We don't have any AB though, which is a little bit concerning. Okay, Count Your Blessings is not that concerning though. Alright, we will go ahead and somersault this. I don't actually know if we want this back in our hand. I don't think we do. think we may want to put the Lightning Surge in Arsenal. So maybe the play last turn was actually to not put the Flittering in hand. Although I guess we didn't really know what we were going to draw fully, but it seems like it's maybe right to not do that. And then I guess we just play out Flittering Arsenal Lightning Surge. Kind of weak, but I think it works. Okay, this works. So we'll do Lightning Surge. Another Count Your Blessings. Okay. They are starting to almost get to parity on their Count the Blessings, which is a little bit spooky, but I think we do have a really good hand here. And taking 5 off of the Mind Warp. Makes sense. Sure. Well, this hand's kind of doo-doo. Them not attacking into us and not giving us crown value is a little bit unfortunate. I feel like we just want some kind of go again or blink or something, honestly. I don't know if we want the somersault there. This is better. Immediately better. This is mid, though. Yeah. So I guess we're entwining. Can send more arcane damage, but filtering this hand is kind of a nightmare. Oh, actually, I forgot. We could filter to shock tremors, can't we? Ah, that's what I should have been doing. I forgot this had other text than Spellboard too. Okay, yeah, that's probably better. Uh, honestly, just pay into it. Why not, right? Forgot that was a card. Oh, we could have paid into it again, can't we? Yeah, it's not even once per turn. That card's crazy. What the heck? Uh, and the next time, an attack action card. So maybe we weave and then just do it again. Our Guardian of the Flash has lost a lot of value, just kind of, Guardian of the Flash loses a lot of value once your greaves are popped. And it loses a lot more when you don't have blinks or you don't see your blinks, I guess. Yeah. Wait, do we have 3 blinks left in the deck? We do. But we also have 2 Guardian of the Flashes left in the deck. Correct. So I think it's probably fine here to do it. They block 6, we can get them again with the Shock Charmers. It looks like they're gaining back up, though. They haven't been decomposing very well. Alright, Pulsing Aether Life. Are they doing both? Oh, okay. I think they're just saying good game. Okay, they got an E-Pod in hand. Okay, we technically got there. I think I need to go to bed, probably. Playing this deck after a long armory where everyone's on fatigue, count your blessings, and then also playing against another count your blessings deck, and then I don't know. This deck takes too much mental energy to play very well at night. I apologize. We didn't really get to contest out Call of the Grave all that much, honestly. I don't think we saw it like come up once even, really. Need to do more testing on this. I think that this is not a great card. And I think that people have tried an Oscilio and have come to the conclusion that it's not good. I guess I just want to come to the conclusion for myself, which is, I think, more important to try to understand why this card's bad. But I think I'm going to experiment with this deck list. I might go up on like a Sigil Conductivity because I think that card's also just very strong enabler. Like maybe trim on like a Weaving Lightning or something. Yeah, but this is kind of a list I've been rocking with. I think I cut Spindles just because they can be a little bit clunky. I'm not entirely sure where I want them. And then Comet Storm is like, it's good for sure, but Also just kind of clunky to cast sometimes. I'm gonna try removing the scours too. I've heard good things about Pop Your Bubble, so I'm gonna give it a try as well. Yep, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.